Up, shoulders back. The hip should not be out or in, it should be in a neutral position. Bend your knees a little bit, and the arms position, like standard position for belly dance, is like this. Remember that the hands, like I explained last time, the fingers, you should tuck in your thumbs, and your middle and ring fingers should be a little lower than the index and the pinky to make a beautiful hand position. I'm shaking a little bit, I'm a little nervous in here, so let's get started with the hands. We're gonna do hand circles. Very beautiful. Remember the posture, shoulders back. A little more. Now let's do hand undulations. I don't know if you remember, but the hand undulations, the movements start on the wrist, then the fingers go down and go up like in a wave. So this is the movement that you're gonna do with your fingers and wrist. The wrist is gonna pull the fingers, it pulls them up and brings them down. You're gonna do this for both hands. These are the hand undulations. I really love this movement because it's very flowy, very delicate, and you can frame your movements with just the hands undulation. Something that I think I've missed this the last time. There's head movement in belly dance. Usually it's more used these days in tribal fusion, which is the style that I've been practicing lately, but there is also head movement, pretty much like in Indian dance and belly dance. So I'm gonna go shortly through the head, just because I remember it. Head can go side to side, and it can go circle too. So to do this, just try to reach out, like you're trying to hear someone gossiping next to you, or someone is telling you a secret, and you just reach out to hear it, but the torso stays in the same place, and just the head goes on one side and back, and one side and back. Let's change sides, switch sides. I think it's very beautiful, but we don't use it that much in belly dance because I think it reminds me a lot of I Dream of Jeannie. This is superb belly dance movement, reminds me a lot of I Dream of Jeannie. So I avoid this a little bit because it can be a little cringe, but the head movement is beautiful. And you can also do a circle. So let's start a circle to the right. You go to the side, to the front, to the other side and back. This is the head circle. You can do it to the other side too. And there is a style within Arab dances. I wouldn't say belly dance exactly, which is the Persian Gulf. It's usually danced in the Persian Gulf. That ladies use a lot of hair to dance, so they do pretty much a headbang, and they use a lot the head, but it's really usually fast like this. But in belly dance in general, that's how you use it, just side to side and circle. So I think next we should see the arms. Arms in belly dance are very flowy. They're always framing your body, framing your movements, or just creating a beautiful, let me get back to a little bit, creating a beautiful frame for the movement. There isn't, sorry about the dogs. So it's usually certain movements have certain arms, when you do the hip drop, it's usually like this. When you do figure eight, you can do the snake arms. There's a beautiful arm that I really love when doing the figure eight. It's like you're taking off your shirt. So it goes like this and back to position. take off your shirt and back to position. And another time. Awesome. In the emote that I've created, there's another version of it, which is the opposite. So arm goes up, crosses on the front, and down. Arm goes up, crosses on the front, and down. One more time. Arms up, crossing on the front, and down. This is, I really like all this beautiful, like you're styling your hair, taking your hair beautifully away from your face, or taking your shirt off, or like just doing this very beautiful motion. I think this is like the flowy arms in belly dance. You can do pretty much whatever as long as the arms are flowy. You can go side to side, do a full circle. I see someone here is super excited to be dancing too. So yeah, this is let's go for the snake arms, which is one of my favorite belly dance moves, and there is a snake arm in the emote too. So I'm gonna teach a few moves first, and after that I'm gonna like pick the specific movements that we use in the emote, and I'm gonna break down and do the sequence with you. I'm just doing a recap of belly dance movements. So for snake arms, what you do is the movement starts on the shoulder, then goes through the elbow, then through the wrist, and release. One more time, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and release. One more time, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and release. Let's do the other side too. 5, 6, 7, 8, and shoulder, elbow, wrist, and release. One more time. 5, 6, 7, elbow, wrist, release. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, release. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, release. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, and release. Now we're gonna put the two of them together. While one arm goes up, the other is coming down. So this is why it's snake arm, it's very flowy. And this is how it's gonna work. This arm is going up. And when it starts releasing, the other starts going up. And remember to keep the other shoulder, elbow, and wrist. Keep your shoulders back and your chest up to keep a beautiful posture for belly dance. Engage your shoulder blades and work those muscles in your back to have a beautiful snake arm. In our emote, it's a little faster, so let's speed this up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. While doing this, you can like play with the height too, with the level. You can go on the tip of your toes and you can come down too. One more time, tip of your toes and down. Okay, I'm gonna go through another movement, a hand movement, which is very beautiful. I taught it last time, but I think it's worth teaching another one since not everybody was there. So it's called the lotus hands. It starts, I'm going to show the movement and then I'm going to explain, break down to you. So it's called lotus because it looks like a flower and it's a very beautiful movement, one of my favorites in belly dance. So this is how it's done. You put your wrists together, palm to palm, then you're going to twist one palm to the front, other palm facing you. Then you're going to twist it a little more and the back of the hands are together now. And now you're gonna switch which hand. The hand that was facing back, it's facing forward now, and the hand that was facing forward is facing yourself. And back to main position. So main position, side to side, back to back, side to side. You're gonna do this like while maintaining the wrists together. So let's go. You can speed it up too. Let me see if I'm forgetting any arms. I don't think so. I think these are the most, let's say, classic movements in belly dance. I'm gonna show the arms switching as we go through other movements. I think the next, now we're gonna move to the hips, and then we're gonna move to the chest. So, quick recap on hips is the hip circles that you can do. It's very big. So you're gonna slide to the front, slide to the other side, and to the back. Side, front, side, back, side, front, side, and back. And you want to try to keep the circle even, like keeping the distance from the center within all the 4 points that you're going to circle. Let's switch direction now. You can do this like moving to the side. So it's just a matter of weight shifting. So you switch the weight to one leg, release the other. When you're going to the front, you're gonna step to the side, shift weight, and release the other leg. And you can do it again to go further to the side. So release the leg, step, front, release the other leg. To go back, just do the same thing. Switch and release the leg. Shift weight, release the leg, step side, and complete the circle. You can do like just half the circle, side to side. And now we're gonna move to the figure eight. We have a figure eight in the emote. So I'm gonna explain, I'm gonna break down the movement. For some people it might be simple, but sometimes it takes a little time to understand the mechanics behind the movement. So for the figure eight, most of the things in belly dance actually you're gonna just switching your weight from one leg to the other. So for the figure eight, it's the figure eight that goes up. It's called the Egyptian, at least I learned as the Egyptian figure eight. So you're gonna slide, and when you're like, you slide your hip, you're gonna lift your hip like stepping on the tip of your toes with only one leg, the leg that's coming up, the side of the hip that's coming up, you're gonna stay on the tip of your toes. Then you're gonna bring in, slide back in, and release. One more time, slide, up, slide, and down. Slide, up, slide, and down. One more time, up, slide, and down. The other side now, because we want to do a figure eight. So we've done one side, and now we need to do the other one. So slide, up, in, release. Slide, up, in, and release. One more time. Slide, up, in, and release. Okay, to match these two, to make the two of them, connect the two of them, we're going to do this thing. We're gonna slide up, bring in and down. You're going to slide to the other side. Bring up, bring in, and then slide up, in, and slide up, in, and slide. Okay, so when you put everything together, we connect everything, it should look like this. It's called a figure eight because you're actually drawing a figure eight with your hips. Slide up, in, slide up, in, slide up, in, and we have this in our emotes, both in the first emotes that I've released and in this too. But on the Sway with Grace emote, this is a little more complicated move because we're gonna mix two movements together with the figure eight. We're gonna mix the figure eight and the camel step. But one thing at a time, let's do the reverse figure eight, which is called the Maya figure eight. It's the opposite. It's going down. Instead of coming up, it's going down. So you're gonna start in the center, up, out, and down. Slide, up, out, and down. Now to the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, side, down, back, up, side, down, and back, up, side, down, and back. Now we're gonna put the two movements together, we're gonna connect the two movements together. So let's go up, side, down, and when you slide, you're gonna bring your other hip up, side and down, up, side and down, up, side and down. When you connect, it should look like this. Arms can go up, arms can stay here, or I usually like pretty much like framing the hips with the hands in here, so you can do some wavy, flowy arms. Time. Right, I've seen a lot of people here too. Let me check who else has arrived in here. Hi Sarin, I see Mary Shark, Face Moon. Thanks for coming everyone. Let's move on to the Omi, which is a hip circle, but instead of moving all around, it's kind of centered. So it consists in two movements actually. One is hip up, you're gonna bring up, and the second part is like your hips going front and back, front and back. And you're going to connect all the 4 points together. So for the hip to come up, you can do two things. You can do like stepping on the tip of your toes, or just contracting your iliac muscle or belly muscle, these muscles in here, and bring it up and bring it up. So you're gonna have 4 points like left, right, front, and left and back. It should be like this. Up, and your hips go in, the other side comes up, and hip goes out. Up, in, up, out, up, in, up, out. Pay attention because it's not like this. You don't want to go really too far on the back. It's more centered movement, so it should look like this. It doesn't go like very further out, so it's more like this little intention on the movement. You should be focusing on the center like doing here, and in the front it looks like this. To the other side now. Now let's move on to the camel step, which we do have in our emote. So for the camel step, we're gonna use chest and hips. It's like a wave that goes through your body. In tribal fusion, we call it like a body wave, but in belly dance, it's more like exaggerated. So what you're gonna do is chest up, back, and it comes down, and when it goes down, you see that your hip is on the front. You're gonna bring your hip back, so in and out, chest up, back, down, hips in and out. Let's connect everything. I'm gonna switch sides here. Chest up, back, down, and hips roll. Okay, up, back, down, and the hips continue the movement. Up, back, down, hips go in and out. This is the camel step that we have in our emote. And something that I've mentioned before, like we're going to mix together both the figure eight and the camel step. But calm down, let's continue the belly dance movements, because I want to teach like all the movements together, and then I want to break down the emote so you understand you can see all the moves that were used in that emote. So for the chest, I'm gonna go like very quickly through the motions with the chest, and then we're going to go back to the hips in a more vibrant motion. So for the chest, what's gonna happen, it's like in the camel, it goes up and down, and it can go side to side. So you're going to contract your rib cage or your shoulder blades in here. And chest goes to the side, contract the other side, and it goes to the other side. So basically, everything is 4 directions. Side to side, and up and down. So we're going to start like doing a chest circle, more like this. Let's go, starting from this side. We're going to slide to the side, up, slide to the other side, and down. Side, up, side, side, up, side, down. Okay, and when you like connect all the points, you have a chest circle. And on the side, it looks like this. Let's do it to the other side. Let's switch the direction. Now we are going to do the figure eight. Just a second. Okay, let's go to do the figure eight. You're going to slide, like contract your rib cage, up, and then slide down to the other side, and bring up, and slide, up, and slide, up, and slide, up, and slide. And when you connect everything, okay. Now, the next movement that I want to teach you is the hip drop. It's the first movement in the emote, the sway with brace emote, which is pretty much like you're going to have one leg, your weight in one of the legs, the other one should be free, and you're going to step on the tip of your toe with this leg that is on the front, and you're gonna bring your hip up and drop it, and bring it up and drop it, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, and drop. The arms goes like this. The leg on the front, the arm is forward, and the leg that you have your weight on has the arm up. So let's do the hip drop. Up and down, up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more time. Let's switch sides. Arm, where you have the leg, the weight on that leg is up. The leg that has no weight on the arm is to the side. Bring your hip up and drop. Up and drop. Up and drop. Up and drop. If it goes faster, let's go in the rhythm of the music, it goes like this. Other side, one more time. Okay, so something that we have in our emote, and it's usually how we do the hip drop, is something that to make like the movement a little more beautiful. So you're going to keep your one leg on the front, and the hip is going to come up and down, and the second time the hip goes down, you're gonna release the front leg like a little kick. So it goes like this: up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, and kick. Let's switch sides. Up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, and kick. I see Neil. Thanks for the kisses. Hi, Bubblegum. Hi, old guy. Thanks for coming, everyone. Okay, so let's going to make this a little bit trickier, because in our emote we don't use only the kick, but we do something more. We bring the leg up like this. How this goes? Pretty much the same way, but instead of doing the kick, you're going to bring the leg up. So remember, one up, one down. And in the case in our emote, it's like we don't have like, we have one leg up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg goes up. Okay, 5, 6, 7, and 8, up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg, up. The other side. Up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg. Okay, the arms in this, they're usually in here, but when we do the leg up, you bring the hand next to the face. And I'm going to explain this a little bit later. Let's keep moving on the hips, the more vibrant move on the hips. I want to break down the shimmy because last time I think I went too fast on it. So this time I want to break down the shimmy so you can better understand, because it's very traditional in belly dance. When you think of belly dance, you think of shimmies. So what is the shimmy? The shimmy is basically hip locks. You're going to down. Actually, you can bring up one side, and wait for this side to come up. You're going to like stretch your leg while the other one remains bent a little bit. So both knees are a little bent. Stretch the leg, stretch the other, stretch one leg, and stretch the other. So this is how it goes. The shimmy is nothing more than the hips doing like this. So up, 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 up. But it goes faster. So, and then it goes even faster to give like that shimmy feel. Up, 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 up. And when you go really fast, you get the shimmy effect, which is and let's slow down a little bit. Let's speed it up. And speed it more. And there you go. There you have the shimmy. It can be super exaggerated, which I think is very beautiful. The more you can shimmy, the more you can shake your hips, the more beautiful, at least for me, it gets. So you can do it very small like this, but I really like it when it's super big and you make everything like move. I think it's more beautiful. Sorry. To move with the shimmy, what you're going to do is, when the hip goes up, you're going to release the leg and step. When it goes down, you step. So let's do this. 1, 2, up, release the leg, down. 1, up, release the leg, and step down. So this is how you move during the shimmy. One more time, very slow. Up, down, release, and step. Up, down, release, oops, release, and step. So this is how we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna release the leg when the hip goes up. This is how you can move with the shimmy. So if you do it very slow, back, and the front one more time. Back. And if you want to do it like really fast, you're gonna have to step. Your steps should be smaller and more frequent, so it goes like this. In our emote, we have a shimmy, but it's a little bit different from this one because this one we have been doing with the foot on the floor. The shimmy for the emote, you do it on the tip of your toes, which I think it's easier because it just happens naturally when you take your foot off the ground, and when you step, the hip automatically goes up, step up, step up. Let me go back a little bit so you can see my legs. So step, hip goes up, step, hip goes up, and you just like keep stepping super fast. And this is the shimmy that we have in the sway with grace emote. And you can put it, speed it up a little bit more, and it looks like this. And you can go move to one side, move to the other, because you're stepping and you just like keep the motion going. It's easy to move around with this shimmy. You can do everything. You can go to the front, go to the back, go to the front and to the back, and one side and the other. Oops, lost my earring. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna take off the other one. I don't want to have just one earring on. Okay. Next, I think I didn't teach this last time. So it's a chest shimmy. It's for some people it might be easy to do. Some people might find it hard to understand the motion. But the shimmy, the chest shimmy, is pretty much you twisting your shoulders like this. So twist, 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 and you speed it up a little bit. And when you speed it up a little more, it turns into a shimmy. You can do shimmy while doing a circle. Just remember to keep like twisting your shoulders like this. And if you have like a hard time doing it, start slow until you get the feel of the movement. It's just twisting your shoulders, pretty much like this. And when you feel comfortable, like you speed it up a little more until you get the feel, but speed it up only to the point that you can still control the movement, because sometimes we just speed it up and we can do it for a little bit and then we can't do it anymore because we lost the notion, the feel of the movement. So let's go and start it very small. It doesn't need to be super big or exaggerated. And speed it up. Okay. Watch out because this this movement can shake a lot. So beware of the top that you're wearing. You don't want to go through any embarrassing situations because things can happen, like you can the strap can snap or even worse. So watch out with the chest shimmy. But I really like doing the chest shimmy with circles. And to the other side. Okay, next step that I want to teach you is a different kind of shimmy. It's a little more advanced, but bear with me because we can do this. It's only consists in motions and moves that we have already done. It's just up, down, and slide. It's called the L, the letter L shimmy, because it goes like this. You're going to slide your hip, and now you're gonna bring up the leg, the hip with the leg that has no weight on. So you're gonna switch the weight to the other side, bring hip up, bring hip down, and switch completely to the other side. Hip up, hip down, other side, hip up, down, other side, up, down, other side. It's called an L because you're drawing an L with your hip. So up, down, slide, up, down, slide, up, down, slide, up, down, slide. It's a very beautiful shimmy. It's a little more complex than just the usual shimmy, but let's try to do it. So slide, up, down, slide, up, down, slide, up, down, and slide, up, down. Let's speed it up a little bit. One more time. Now we're going to do it on the speed that's actually meant to be done because it's a shimmy, and when it comes to shimmy, it's always super powerful and it's very super fast. There is speed, and you're gonna get tired for sure. You're gonna lose your breath. So let's do it. Oops. It's the L shimmy, and you can do it very small. You don't have to slide too much to the side because you won't be able to maintain the speed. So you can do it pretty much close to the center, but you gotta be fast, and you gotta make sure you're doing the hip up and down because that's what makes the movement very beautiful. So time. I see Super Nina is here. Hi Nina, thanks for coming. Let me see who else is here. Let me cover, because last time it was saying that I was showing boobs, zooming in on boobs, so I don't want people saying that again. Hi everyone, thanks for coming. I see a lot of, hi Mr. Ninja, nice to see you here. Hi Fidi. I'm so happy to see so many people in here. Thanks for all the love. I really appreciate it. Next movement that I'm gonna teach you, it's what's called the basic Egyptian. We have it in the first, I think it's almost time to start the emote sequence, but I just wanna teach you this last movement. It's called the Egyptian, and it's a mix of hip drops and arms. It's pretty much like when the hip goes up, your arm goes, one goes to your head and the other stays on the front. And when you switch leg and arm, you switch your arms too. This is called the basic Egyptian. So hip drop, step front, hip drop, step front, hip drop, and now we're gonna step back. Up, down, step back, and switch one hand on the head and the other hand, the arm is extended on your side, on your front, almost on the front and side. Up, down, back, up, down, back, up to the front, up, down, step, up, down, step, up, down, step, up, down, and step. I'm gonna do a little faster. That's gonna speed it up. And this, it looks like this. You can move or you can stay in place too. I did it like moving to the front and to the back so you can see everything that can be done with this movement. But it's pretty much like this. Up, down, up, up, switch, up, switch, up. And you can add a little hand circle while you're doing the changes to make the movement more beautiful, more charming. And let's speed it up. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This movement is on my first emote, the Desert Reverie. It's the first movement on that emote, but let's not talk about that emote. I think everybody's here for the Sway with Grace emote. So let's break it down. I'm gonna do the emote for you so you can understand, and then I'm gonna break down and show you all the steps that we've practiced so far, because with everything that's on the emote, we have already tried it here. So this is how it goes. And one more time. Oh, I forgot, that's the beginning. One more time, the emote. So, these are the moves that we have in our emote. First is the hip drop that we have already practiced with the kick and with the leg. So it goes like this. 1, drop, 2, kick, 1, drop, 2, leg. When the leg goes up, your hand that was on the front comes to the hip, and the hand that was up comes to your head. So one more time. 1, 2, 1, kick, 1, 2, 1, leg. Now that we have this leg up, we are going to use it to do a camel step, walking to the right, and we are going to do, the arms are going to like go up too with a hand circle. So one more time this, and we are going to move to the camel step. Okay, up, down, oh sorry, up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg. From here, you have this leg up, this leg is going to step to the front, and to do the camel, like moving around, you're just going to transfer the weight. So you start without any weight on your front leg, because you're gonna like, it's almost like a dive. You're going to dive and step. And when you're on the front, you're going to release, oops, your left leg. And when you come back, you're gonna switch the weight to the leg on the back. So front, release, back, release the front leg, oops, and up, release the left leg, the back leg, and when you go down, you release the front leg. It's pretty much like this. This is how you walk with the camel step. So let's do it. We have this leg up, and we are going to do 2 camel steps to the right. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. One more time. The arms here are going to do a hand circle up to the top. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. When you finish the movement, you have your weight on your right leg, so you can release the left. You're just gonna like make sure you have the weight in both legs, so you have to do a little adjustment here, because we are going to start the figure 8. So one more time, the camel step from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna bring the leg so we can start the movement. The weight is on the right leg, and we're going to start the figure 8, but we're not doing the complete figure 8. We're going to do until the up, and instead of doing the other side, we are going to do a camel to center it again. So this is how it's going to happen. Weight on the right, hip to the side, figure 8, and when you're on the highest point, you're gonna do a camel step to center the movement again. One more time. We arrived here, figure 8, up, and then camel down. And when the camel goes down, you remember that when the hip goes back, you release the front leg. So it's gonna have a little kick in here too. It's gonna happen like this. Figure 8, camel, kick, step, the other side, figure 8, camel, but this time we're just gonna drop the weight and release like the leg. All my weight is on the right, and we are going to get ready for the next movement. So the arms movement with the figure 8 and camel is pretty much like this. It's up there, it's going to cross on the front, and when it's in front of your face, it switches the palms up and down and here. So up, cross, switch palms up, and prepare for the next move. One more time. Arms are up, cross, palms up, down, and prepare. Let's put everything together. From the camel. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And now we are going to do the figure 8, lowering the arm. 1, camel, 2, kick, figure 8, palms up, camel, and twist a little bit to the side. The left arm stays down, the right arm stands up. Okay, one more time. I don't think we can do only the figure 8. Let's not do the camel for now. So, right here, 1, camel, kick, figure 8, camel, prepare. One more time. Let's speed it up a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 1, camel, 2, drop. One more time. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Figure 8, camel, figure 8, drop. Camel and drop. Okay? And the last movement of the emote is the shimmy with the snake arms. Let's just do the shimmy. It has a little, we're going to do a little figure 8 on the horizontally. So we are going to do from here. You have the weight on your right leg. You're gonna step with your left to bring it and start. It's going to like, the left leg is going to bring your hip, and it's going to do a little twist like this because you're doing a small figure 8 horizontally while doing the shimmy. So I want to do the arms now. We're just going to do the hips. So we start in here, and it's going to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're just going to do one figure 8. And we're going to do the snake arms, just the hips one more time. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, as for the snake arms, it's going to be a little faster. We are going to do them with the hips. But I think it's going to be like 3 arms, if I'm not mistaken. So from here, it's like your left arm is going to pull yourself to start doing the figure 8 with your hip, but the snake arms with your arm. So it goes like this. 1, 2, and when you're twisting your hip to the back, the left arm starts going down and the right arm starts going up. So 2 and 3. One more time. Let's go. From here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. One more time. From here, the right arm, it starts going down as the left one starts coming up. It's just the movement of the snake arms. They're just following their path. All right. So let's go. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and go. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to put everything together. Let me see if you guys are being able to keep up. I don't want to do this alone. I hope you guys are trying to do the emotes too. So let me know if you're being able to follow or if it's like too fast. We're almost done. I think we can try to do it very slow at first, and then we do it. We're going to speed it up until it's on the same speed as the emote. Alright? So remember, the first movement, actually, the emote starts here. We're going to do a small step back, crossing our arms and opening them up for the hip drop, okay? So let's go. And step back, open up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg, and camel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the figure 8. 1, camel, kick, 2, camel, drop. And now the snake arms, the shimmy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And now we're going to do it slowly one more time. 5, 6, 7, 1. Open up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg, camel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Figure 8, camel kick. Figure 8, camel drop. Now, snake arm and shimmy. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're done. Let's try to make it a little faster. Let's try to speed it up. Okay, starting from the starting pose as in the animation file. Let's go. Open up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg, camel. 1, 2, figure 8, camel, figure 8, camel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more time. Open up, down, up, kick, up, down, up, leg, camel. 2, 1, 2. Wait, figure 8, camel, figure 8, camel. Oops. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and now let's try to speed it up. I think you can do it. You've been doing this emote for a while. We've been doing this emote actually because we've been doing this together, I'm pretty sure. So let's try to speed it up to the actual speed of the emote. Let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stop. Leg. Camel. One more time. Leg. Camel. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2. And back to the first position. One more time. Let me see which song is next. I want something very energetic for it. Let me see what's next in here. No, I think the next song is good. I think this is going to be our last song with our emote at full speed. I hope everyone is having a good time, and let's do it. Okay. Prepare. And one more time. Okay, one more time. Maybe let's try doing it on loop, like our emotes are doing in the central end. I'm going to do my emote again to make sure I'm doing it properly. Let's try doing it twice in a loop, okay? I'm sweating. I hope you guys are too. One more time. I think we need to do it 3 times this time. So bear with me. I think you can do it. And we're gonna do it. And okay, let's do a final round of shimmies. I think at this point you probably have mastered the Sway with Grace emote. I hope you guys had fun. And let's do shimmy to the rest of the song. Okay, let's do the normal shimmy. Let's do some arms. Arm goes up. One more time. We can do the movements that we've learned actually on the shimmy. Let's do figure 8 with camels, okay? Figure 8, camel, 8, camel, 8, camel. And shimmy. And hip drops. Okay. Let's do a hand circle to make it more beautiful. Now let's do, like any emote, hip drop and leg. 1, 2, 1, leg. 1 and 5, 6, 7, Oops. Let's go back to the emote one last time. So the music is going to end. And I think it's over. And let's just finish the emote. And that's it, everyone. I hope you had a fun time. I hope you learned a little more about belly dance. I'm gonna sit down because I'm really tired. You can see I'm sweating, so it's not easy. So thanks for being in here. I really appreciate all the love. I really appreciate everyone in here. It's a pleasure for me. It's an honor actually to be here with all of you. I would like to thank Bufalo for this idea. The whole event was his idea. He's been like, he reached out to me many months ago with this idea, and we've been discussing and maturing the idea a lot. So thanks for making this happen. Thanks for giving me a chance to share something that I've been very passionate all my life about it. I'm gonna tell you a quick story on how I got in love with belly dance. When I was like 12 years, you know, girls have to go to dance classes, but I don't like ballet. I don't have the body type for ballet. I don't think I can. So I did. Right before my lesson, I don't know, it speaks to me, it spoke to me since I was a little kid, but it wasn't until I was 16 that I started actually practicing belly dance. So that's how much I loved it. I would like get early to my classes to watch people dancing belly dance. And when I was 16 I started it and danced for almost 10 years. During this time, many presentations, many festivals. I had to quit for like personal reasons. I quit belly dance when I was 25, I think. And then I didn't dance for almost 10 years. Hi Grego, say hi! You're on stream! I'm super excited about dancing it. And Kung Fu too. And it wasn't until like last year that I came back to the dance that I realized how much I was missing dancing, how important it is to me, and I don't know how it helps me with my creativity, and I don't know, it's just in my soul, I think, to dance and do this kind of things. So it was just an idea. Since I love actually doing any kind of activity, I really enjoy bringing this kind of movement to the Central Land, so I could share my passion through both things that I love, which is animation and dance. So thanks for coming, everyone, and it was such a pleasure like spending another night with you. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something new. Maybe you take this for your life and you start to belly dance after this. I don't know, maybe it's just for the curiosity and spending some good time with me. And yeah, it was a pleasure. And I'm super happy with all the support. Thanks for everyone who showed so much love and got their emotes. And yeah, I think this is it. Let's end the event. I've been extending this for 2 minutes. Thank you, the Central Land community. Thank you, Bufalo. Thank you, Sin, for helping me with this stream. I love you all. I love this community. And yeah, love you. Kisses from Brazil. Bye, everyone. I hope you have a good evening, and I hope you have enjoyed. See you guys. Bye-bye.